Shalom and blessings, warriors of Yahuah and the truth. My apologies. I didn't go on the live show today. I have a ton of homework again this week. It's just been kind of relentless. I have 3 chapters, which is a lot of reading to do to take the quiz, and then I have a long worksheet to do, and then my discussion post for the week. But I'm gonna just make the normal videos I normally make, and we are on the BYNV, Amos 5 and 6 we are doing today. 5. Hear this word which I take up against you, this lamentation, house of Yasharal. The maiden of Yasharal has fallen, not to rise again. She lies forsaken on her land, with no one to lift her up. For thus said the Master Yahuah, the city that goes out by 1,000 has 100 left, and that which goes out by 100 has 10 left to the house of Yasharal. Bella! No! For thus said Yahuah to the house of Yasharal, seek me and live, but do not seek Bethel, nor enter Gilgal, nor pass over to Beersheba, for Gilgal shall certainly go into exile, and Bethel become a wasteland. Seek Yahuah and live, lest he break out like fire upon the house of Yusef, and shall consume it, with no one to quench it in Bethel. You who are turning right ruling to wormwood, and have cast down righteousness to the Eretz. You who made Kimah, or order, and Kasil, which is infinity or folly, and who turns the shadow of death into morning, and darkened Yom into Lila. Who is calling from the Mayim of the sea, and pours them out on the face of the Eretz? Yahuah is his name. Who is flashing forth destruction upon the strong, so that destruction comes upon the stronghold? They hated the one who reproves in the gate, and they despise the one who speaks the truth. Therefore, because you trample on the poor and take grain taxes from him, you have built houses of hewn stone, but you are not going to dwell in them. You have planted pleasant vineyards, but not drink wine from them. For I know your transgressions are many, and your sins are great, afflicting the righteous and accepting bribes, and turning aside the poor at the gate. Therefore the wise keep silent at that time, for it is an evil time. Seek good and not evil, so that you live, and let Yahuah Elohim Zavaot be with you as you have spoken. Have evil and love, or hate evil and love good, and set up right ruling in the gate. It might be that Yahuah Elohim Zavaot shows favor to the remnant of Yusef. Therefore Yahuah Elohim Zavaot, Yahuah said this, there is wailing in the open squares, and in all the streets they say, alas, alas, and shall call the farmer to mourning, and skilled lamenters to wailing, and in all vineyards there is wailing, for I pass through your midst, said Yahuah. Woe to you who are longing for the Yom, or the day of Yahuah. What does the day of Yahuah mean to you? It is darkness and not light, as when a man flees from a lion, and a bear shall meet him, or entered his house, rested his hand on the wall, and a serpent shall bite him. Is not the Yom of Yahuah darkness and not light? Is it not very dark with no brightness in it? I have despised your festivals, and I am not pleased with your assemblies. Though you offer me burnt offerings and your grain offerings, I do not accept them, nor do I look at your fattened peace offerings. Take away from me the noise of your songs, for I do not hear the sound of your stringed instruments. And let right ruling roll on like water, and righteousness like a mighty stream. You brought me slaughterings and meal offerings in the wilderness for 40 years, house of Yasharal, but you took up Sekut, your sovereign, and Kayun, see Acts 7:43, your idols, your astral mighty ones, which you made for yourselves. Therefore I shall send you into exile beyond Damascus, said Yahuah Elohim Zavaot, his name. 6. Woe to those at ease in Sion, and those trusting in Mount Shamron, the distinguished ones among the chief of the nations, to whom the house of Yasharal comes. Pass over to Kalne and see, and from there go to Hamath, the Great. Then go down to Gath and of the Philistine. Are you better than these reigns, or is their border greater than your border? You who are putting off the yoke of evil, yet bring near the seat of violence, who are lying on beds of ivory and are stretching out on your couches, and are eating lambs from the flock and calves from the midst of the stall, who are singing to the sound of the harp, having composed songs for themselves like Daoud, who are drinking wine from bowls and anoint with the finest ointments, yet they have not been pained over the breach of Yusuf. Therefore they shall now go into exile with the first of the exiles, and the feasting of the stretched out ones shall cease. The Master Yahuah has sworn by himself, Yahuah Elohim Zavuot declares, I am loathing the pride of Jacob, and I have hated his palaces. Therefore I shall deliver up the city and all that is in it. And it shall be that if 10 men remain in one house, they shall die. And if a relative or his undertaker brings the remains out of the house, he shall say to one inside the house, Is anyone with you? And he says, No. Then he shall say, Hush, for we have not remembered the name of Yahuah. For look, Yahuah is commanding, and he shall smite the great house to pieces, and the little house to bits. Do horses run on a rock? Does one plow it with oxen? For you have turned right ruling into poison, and the fruit of righteousness into wormwood. You who are rejoicing over a matter of nothing, who say, Have we not taken power for ourselves by our own strength? For look, I am raising up a nation against you, O house of Yasharal, declares Yahuah Elohim Sabaoth, and they shall oppress you from the entrance of Hamath to the Wadi Arabah. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading today. And now it is time to praise Yahuah. All I want to do is worship Yahuah in spirit and in truth, in Ruach and in truth. For his kindness is everlasting. I found a love like none I'd ever seen. A dedication only found in dreams. So I went down into the living water. When I emerged, I came out with a ruach of Yahusha. He wiped the scales from my eyes, and I was no longer blind. Through the Ruach HaKodesh, I could see all, the Aleph and the Tav. My garments were washed clean, no more spot, nor wrinkle, or blemish to be found. 'Cause all I wanna do is worship Yahuah in spirit and in truth, in Ruach and in truth. For his kindness is everlasting. So he said, keep on walking the narrow path I've laid out for you. Keep your heart soft and open, your mind and spirit and truth. Never doubt me, love always. Follow my commands. He said, you are my bride, my chosen elect. I'm coming to redeem you soon. That was in spirit and in truth. I love you all with an everlasting love, as our Abba Yahuah and the Shamayim loves each and every one of us. Shalom and blessings, warriors of Yahuah and the truth. Roscoe and Bella, stop.